All right, welcome to the last part of the morning session for the Global Reaxys User Day. And here with me today is Dr. Paloma Engel Garcia. I'll give a brief introduction because she heads the Reaxys product development team. And with the team, they focus on increasing the content, bringing new content types to the database, but also on improving the user search and results visualization experience on Reaxys. There's been a lot of advanced technologies being developed and launched to programmatically extract chemistry and medicinal chemistry content into the database from patents and journals as fast as possible. Now, before taking up this role, Paloma led projects for the Reaxys commercial substances database, improving author name searching, and also linking Reaxys to other solutions like ScienceDirect and Scopus. Paloma is a chemist. She earned a PhD in synthesis from the University of Glasgow with a focus on natural product synthesis. Paloma, it's always a pleasure. You'll talk about AI in the future of Reaxys. I see the slides zoom by, but I think you'll take a bit one by one. And you're joined for a bit of support by Dr. Vincent Neary, who is a customer consultant in Elsevier. Over to you.
Thank you, Eric. I think you got a really fast glimpse of the slides there. When, as Eric said, we will go through them in a little bit more detail in a second. We have had a lot of great talks today, and I hope that you really enjoy them. We saw from our partners at Ictos how AI is applied to small molecule discovery and how Reaxys also helps to accelerate chemistry research across different workflows. Now, in Reaxys, the team does a lot of research with our customers like you, in academia, in pharma, and the chemical industry. And we know that you typically apply a design, make, test, analyze cycle that Quentin also talked about this morning to develop a series of compounds with a desired either physical-chemical property or different biological activities. And this cycle really involves many different research steps, from competitive intelligence and novelty search through to designing a reliable synthesis with, for instance, the right number of steps or at the right cost, and all the way to the area of product analysis or pharmacological profiling of the resulting substances. And Reaxys really supports you at every step of this way by accelerating the DMTA cycle. And to do this, we provide the most comprehensive content together delivered with the latest technology. And very importantly, we make it available to you with the best user experience possible. Now, in the area of technology, AI is not new to Reaxys. We have used AI for many years or several years to deliver its benefits to our customers in different areas. Firstly, in extractive AI, we apply award-winning technology to extract chemistry-relevant information from documents. In the space of predictive AI, as we've seen, we use best-in-class and first-in-class predictive retrosynthesis modules. And in the future of AI, we continue to experiment in AI applications that we will bring to you via Reaxys in the areas of search, forward reaction, condition prediction, and ADME predictors. So let's have a little quick look at some of these things in detail. As we mentioned earlier, in the area of extractive AI, we have constructed an extraction pipeline that combines the expert knowledge from manual extraction together with the processing power of AI. And this allows us to ingest more than 30 million documents per year at high quality. The extractive AI is able to identify and extract the chemical structures from both images and names, also biological targets, as well as chemistry-relevant concepts and keywords, both patents and journals alike. And this allows us to deliver a comprehensive set of content to all our customers. Now, as much as extractive AI has advanced hugely in the past few years, there are some things like, for example, the linking between the target, the structure, and the bioactivity data, where the AI technologies don't give us the depth that our customers really need just yet. So for this, we have expanded our manual extraction to cover Asian language patterns, also from China, Korea, Japan, and Taiwan, alongside what we already covered from the World Office, Europe, and the US, so that we ensure that we have a comprehensive set of data for you with the right level of depth, so that you can plan structure activity relationship studies and also assess the potential for off-target interactions. We also understand that you want to use our SAR data from Reaxys together with your own in-house data, leveraging tools like Spotfire, for example, for further visualization and also for further analysis of the combined data sets. So what we have done is to enhance our export, as we have seen also earlier before the bioactivity visualization in Reaxys. We have enhanced the export of this data to make it more user-friendly and readily usable in data such as Spotfire and so forth. Now, having comprehensive content is really important, and we understand that really that comprehensiveness is vital for us, but equally important is to make this content discoverable in an easy way so that you can get to actionable insights in the shortest amount of time. So we have recently released several different enhancements. Firstly, in the document discoverability, where we have improved our text search algorithm and underlying technology in combination with a reprogramming of our document relevancy ranking, as you can see here in the screenshot, so that we deliver the most relevant content at the top and also matches the search intention of that user. But our enhancements don't stop at discoverability of documents. We have also worked significantly to improve our substance workflows from novelty search all the way through to compound purchase. Our new tab design provides an easy way to navigate between the substance results across Reaxys, so all the substance content in Reaxys. For our content integration customers, this also means that they will be able to easily toggle between the Reaxys content and their own in-house ELN content as well. And in addition, this tab design allows allows you to make easy decisions between buy or build decisions by accessing the commercial substances also very simply. Like you can see on the right-hand side, you can toggle from Reaxys to commercial substance information very quickly as well. And for this, we have also increased the number of suppliers to 514 and allowed our users to, with a very simple click, to click on their preferred vendors as well. As you can see, extractive AI enables us to really expand our content at scale, but it is also equally important to make this content discoverable in an intuitive and in a user-friendly manner. Now let me switch gears slightly and talk to you about the predictive AI capabilities that we have. As you heard in our keynote today from Quentin, we are very excited to share that we have launched a new cutting-edge predictive retosynthesis module with our partners at Ictos that leverages the high-quality Reaxys reaction data together with the Ictos' latest technology in this field. In addition to our current module, this is in addition to our current module that we have co-developed with Pending AI. As we are committed to serve our customers with industry-leading predictive algorithms trained on Reaxys high-quality data. So now, as a user, you can choose between these two modules based on the best fit for your research needs. The other exciting news is that we are making both these predictive modules developed by Ictos and Pending AI available through our application program interface, through our API. And we aim to support interdisciplinary teams, not just medicinal chemists, but also computational chemists, and in addition as well, the data scientists. So before I continue, I want to leave you with Vincent, who's going to give you a really nice demo of the Ictus predictive retrosynthesis, which I hope you like very much. Thanks, Vincent.
Thank you, Paloma. I will just share my screen. So as Paloma has mentioned, I'm obviously very proud to show you our new offering to run alongside our current offering from Penning AI of the new Ictus predictive retrosynthesis tool. So this, like our other tool, seamlessly integrates into our retrosynthesis tab. And when we come in here, you can see a quick view of some of the previous searches that I've ran and some of the different types of molecules. Now, to start a search in this new offering, we simply would then just come into our structural editor. And what you'll see on the right-hand side is the different predicted parameters in green, as well as our standard, I guess, published parameters that we have in blue. And this also helps you to differentiate when you run a target search between both predicted and published routes at the same time. So what you simply need to do is obviously you can draw your structure in, or you can copy and paste in from a smile string. Now we've got our target of interest, and also you can see there is some stereochemistry in here. So the new tool from Ictus also takes into consideration stereochemistry in the target molecule, and will also look to predict this in the outcome. So to run a search, we could simply come into here. We could simply click synthesize now if we want to, but to take you through all the different options available to you, we'll do this one by one. So in the Ictus tool, you do have the option to specify the number of steps in your prediction. So by default, this is set to 15, but you can change this if you wish to after, let's say, the first pass and you look at the first set of suggestions. But for now, we'll keep the set to 15. Regis selectivity is also trained in the from the training data set from the reactions, but again, depending on the complexity of your target molecule, depending on your first pass, if you then want to go back and refine, you can then check that box so that in your predictions, you will then also only have any regioselective reactions shown to you. But again, in the first pass, the default setting would be that this is unchecked. Now we come to our starter material setting. So the tool will take this compound back to building blocks that are commercially available or appearing in Reaxys. And for now, you can see in here that the building block library is coming from the Reaxys commercial substances, or what's called RCS. You can also integrate your own building block libraries in here, and we do see some customers talking to about this, where you can integrate your own library so that you can take that target molecule back to something that you might have on the shelf yourself in-house. Another new feature with this tool is that you can also look at shipping time. You can play around with shipping time in terms of, do you select up to 10 days, or again, if maybe depending on the type of target you're working on, this isn't fruitful, you can then flick this to any. But also, more importantly, you can also enter in a maximum price per gram. So you could potentially say, I don't want any building blocks that are more expensive than $50 per gram. So you can also play around with the pricing information. Before we move to run the search, hopefully you would have also noticed this intermediate tab. So you also have the option to enter in up to 10 smile strings to either include substructures or exclude substructures. So if after the first pass you are receiving maybe intermediates that you don't want, or if you want to direct the tool to say, this is the route that I want to kind of take, can you please obviously include these intermediates, and it simply would just mean entering in a smile string, clicking plus, and you can see then in this instance, I'll be telling the tool, can you include this building block in the prediction? But for now, we will just take that out. So these are all your different options. You don't have to change these too much if you don't want to in the first instance. Now all we need to do is click synthesize, and then we'll be taken back into our project page. And we can see this running in the background. Now we do have an API offering. So again, for those customers who are willing to maybe enter in more targets of interest, you also now can do this via an API. As we scroll down now, we can see I've already ran this project, so we can see our parameters that we've selected. We can also then see the number of predictions that we have then predicted on the right hand side. And at the minute, there's no published predictions because this target does not or has not been mentioned in the published literature. And we come into then our overview page. So what you'll now see in here are the different routes that it's suggesting, or the building blocks it's suggesting you would need to get to this target. In Reaxys, you'll be very familiar with all the different icons. So you can see pricing information, you can see information coming from Reaxys. So for instance, if this compound was too expensive, you can see that there are lots of different ways you could make this one. So potentially you could go into Reaxys for the published synthesis of this compound, and we can see all the different required starting materials along with the number of steps, and also very nicely from the ICTOS tool where the first disconnection is being made. So on my screen, this is highlighted in blue, so we can see that this is the last step or the first disconnection. There's going to be a disconnection along here, so it just helps you get an idea to the prediction. And then we come into the topology where we can look at the tree view. These are all clickable, or we come into the tree view itself. What you'll then see in the tree view is, as always in Reaxys, you will see your route on the left hand side, along with then the literature precedent as to why that step has been suggested. So if we go to step 4 here, we can then see why in step 4 we suggested this, because there's something coming from Takeda, which is very similar to what we're looking at, where we can then take those conditions and maybe apply it or transfer it to what we are trying on our target. So even though we've picked step 4, we can easily flick between our routes at the top, and we can display these very nicely on the page. If we want to look at this pyrazole formation, again, we can show the conditions and look at the literature precedent. Everything is fully exportable, so you can export this out and take this with you into various formats along with the selected examples as well. If obviously after the first run we want to analyze or change our routes, so we can come back in as mentioned, we can include or exclude intermediates, but we can also use our Reaxys tools that you have available to you right now, where you can also either select where a bond is to be broken, or if you want to protect a bond, again, to help you have more control over the route prediction. So please, if you are interested in seeing the ICTOS tool in further detail, obviously with your own targets of interest, please reach out to your Elsevier representative, and we'll be more happy to get you on a trial and also show this to you in more detail. So I'd like to hand back to you, Paloma.
Thank you very much, Vincent. That was a very nice demo. I hope it sparked your interest. I really think it's a fantastic tool, and I really urge you to connect with our Elsevier representatives and try it out for yourself. I wish I would have had that tool when I was doing my PhD. But now I want to continue and tell you a little bit about our future developments and what is coming in Reaxys. Now, in the areas of content expansion, we continue to develop our extractive AI technology to expand our content even further. And in the area of commercial availability, we are adding 43 million compounds, screening compounds from Inamin to enable SAR by catalog and SAR studies by catalog analysis. We also continue to focus on improving your search experience for document discoverability, which I'm going to focus in a minute, so I won't go into too much detail just right now. And in our substance discoverability, we are introducing a new similarity sorting capability for both substance results and commercial products. And finally, we do continue, of course, to work on supporting your digital transformation needs by developing a new Reaxys API and enhancing Reaxys reaction flat file for predictive modeling, which I'm going to talk a little bit more in detail in a second. And we are bringing to you the new Ictos synthetic accessibility technology to Reaxys. Let's have a little bit more detail on the areas of comprehensiveness of content, which is very important to us, but more right now on the discoverability through document and literature workflows. So to provide an even better experience in literature review, we will be launching a new author search capability. Of course, you will be able to retrieve all the results with any first and last name combination, so you do not miss any relevant documents. In addition, we introduce an author filter to help narrow down to the desired author, with also an affiliation that goes attached to it. This information is also kept up to date with the latest affiliation. And in addition, we are introducing a new affiliation filter to better support refining of those results. Now, in addition, we are launching a new pattern family grouping feature to faster review and analyze the results to aid in especially competitive intelligence workflows. Now, we talked today a lot about modeling, and Reaxys reaction data is really vital in modeling building. But at the minute, there is required significant manual effort in the data curation part and in the preparation of that data, consuming up to 80% of data scientists' time and the cheminformatician's workload. And really, this is not ideal, because what you want to do is spend most of your time in the modeling and not preparing the data. So we have developed Reaxys reactions dataset with an improved data representation to streamline machine learning pipeline usage, reducing the time and the effort that you spend on data curation, and being able to then focus more in the modeling side. Now, moving from data to for modeling to actual modeling itself, we talked a lot today about Ictos, but we, in addition, continue to work together with Pending AI in predictive retrosynthesis space with enhancements to our model updates, with enhancements to our module through model updates, and also through the expansion of the starting material library from 10 million to 100 million starting materials. We also continue to collaborate extensively with Ictos to enhance the predictive retrosynthesis module even further. And in addition, we are working on a new venture together, the Ictos-powered synthetic accessibility API. This will enable you to estimate how hard it is to synthesize a given compound, and it will also compute a synthetic accessibility score of the molecules by performing a full retrosynthesis analysis. So overall today, we have covered how AI is really embedded across Reaxys and how we use it to bring its benefits to you across the board. We have talked about extractive AI and how it enables us to exponentially grow content, but we still have that really strong focus on delivering an optimal user experience and discoverability of such content. We continue to work in this space to improve it even further. In the space of predictive AI, we are investing in the latest tech by partnering with key AI leaders to deliver best-in-class models. But for our customers to effectively adopt this, it is really important the user experience behind it, and we have a carefully designed user interface that we are continuously testing with you. And we also deliver, in addition, all this through API so that we meet our customers' needs in modeling at scale and really support the cross-functionality of the teams. In addition, I've touched on very, very briefly on the future applications for AI. and that we will be bringing to you in Reaxys in the future, especially with focus on search, forward reaction, condition prediction, and ANMI predictors. So please stay tuned. There's more to come. Reaxys is continuously innovating, especially with your input. I hope you have enjoyed the talks today, and I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you, Paloma, and thanks, Vincent. And I absolutely enjoyed your talk today and the other ones. So we have a bit of time for questions, and we have some very nice mixed questions around the future and also some very practical questions. And in light of time, we will answer all of the questions that were asked if we can't answer them live here. But for time reasons, I would like to sort of take a view of the future. And there's a few questions around, well, AI, ChatGPT-like functions. Since ChatGPT is going to different types of platforms, is there work around or thinking around having similar AI-supported features in Reaxys? And I'm sure you can't disclose all of it, but is the product team thinking about this?
Well, yes, of course, Eric. This technology is everywhere. It is being tested and implemented everywhere. And of course, we also experiment with it. We also talk to our users so that when we do implement something, it is exactly what our users need. So we are exploring different use cases, different ways it could be applied, and really gathering research, also gathering a lot of research on the technology side as well. And I would urge you to stay tuned and see what comes.
Exactly. All right. Thank you very much. Then some more practical questions. Apparently there's a lot of commercial suppliers in Reaxys. How are they selected? How does the supplier get into the Reaxys database?
So when we initially built the supplier database, we started by our customers and their top suppliers, essentially. So which suppliers our customers believe that should be in that list. We then have expanded, always focused on feedback from our customers, but also we sometimes get approached directly from suppliers. It is quite simple. They will be evaluated to see what kind of content they have. And once this evaluation is done, then their catalog can be included into Reaxys. Very important for us is that the data is updated. So our partners will contact them on a regular basis to update this data. And if we don't get updates, they will be removed.
Yeah.
So we always make sure that we have an up-to-date list. And also, we always say to our customers that if you have a supplier that you're using regularly that is not in Reaxys, to let us know. And we will contact that supplier, or the supplier can contact us and they can be included.
Excellent. Thank you. I think we don't have any time for further questions, but we have taken note. And again, we will reach out to anyone asking the questions after this session. Maybe you want to give a bit of a closing remark from your perspective, Paloma.
Yes, thank you. Thanks, Eric. Yes, I mean, I want to thank you all in the name of the extended Reaxys team, but also from myself personally, not just for making Reaxys your tool of choice, but also for getting involved in the development process, which for us is so important, and really taking the time to give us feedback, to answer questionnaires, to test prototypes, have interviews, which really is an essential part of making Reaxys a tool that is truly caters to your needs. So from all of us, thank you for your continued support, and I hope to see you soon again.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Paloma.
Just
a few final considerations. In the handouts, there is a PDF document called Contact Us. So in case you want to know more about anything that you've heard today, use that to get in touch. The recordings of today's sessions will be available for you to review, share with others, our team is available to help you discover anything that you didn't know yet about Reaxys. The second part of this program also has some very interesting talks, such as a talk from Corteva or from YouTuber That Chemist. So stay tuned for that. And finally, I just want to thank all of the speakers for their insights and their immensely interesting talks. And most of all, thank you, our chemistry community, for being here and working with us on Reaxys. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for your attention, and goodbye.